Alrighty. Kitty cat. Hello, y'all. Just figured I'd do a quick live stream. I just got back to Maryland. Got the fire truck or fire engine. It's probably a crash or something. Just got back to Maryland. Just pulled out of the Hereford Park and Ride on Mount Carmel. And yes, that is how you're supposed to say it. So yeah, just got back from seeing the eclipse. I went all the way up to Newport, Vermont. Went up on, let's see, went up Friday to, I stayed at a hotel in Keene, I think is how you say it, Keene or Keene, New Hampshire, which is on the southern end of the state. And then went up to Newport, Vermont. The original plan was to go to Burlington, but then the whole weather situation was too questionable whether Burlington we would see it. So we went to our alternate, which was Newport, and Newport, Vermont is like, minutes away from the U.S.-Canadian border. I don't know why I said Canadian. It's Canada. Anyway, the U.S.-Canada border. And it was, I left early in the morning, so like I woke up, ate breakfast. As soon as I was done eating breakfast, I pretty much hit the road. I got up there probably around 10:30ish, and I'm so happy I did this. I stopped, filled up my car. I only used a quarter tank to get up there, but I stopped, filled it up. Took me about, and it took me 2.5 hours to get there. I left, Keene, New Hampshire, and drove up to Newport, Vermont. Took me 2.5 hours, give or take a few minutes. Saw the eclipse. That was by far the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life. It went from being super bright to just dark like that. It was wicked. And being able to see the corona and everything, oh my god, it was awesome. I got tons of pictures of the start of the eclipse all the way to Totality. I got pictures all throughout Totality, and it was perfect. The weather held out perfectly, and it was amazing. If you ever get a chance to go do that yourself, I highly, highly, highly recommend you to do it. I think the next one's supposed to be in next one in the U.S. is supposed to be in 20 years, and it's supposed to hit like out west in like Montana and stuff. If you have the ability to do that in 20 years, do it. But anywho, after Totality, I knew traffic was going to be bad, so I hung out for a little bit. I went, used the bathroom, walked around the town a little bit. Train happened to come through town, so me being the train buff I am, quickly got video. Talked to a couple of the local officers up there, and whatnot. Traded patches with them. By this point, Totality was at 3:30. People started leaving at 3:30. I hit the road at like 6:30, give or take. I can't remember the exact time I hit the road, in all honesty. I just know I was stuck in freaking traffic for 7 hours. It took what was a 2.5 hour drive in the morning, took me 7 hours to get back. It was a over 100-mile long traffic jam. That area was not ever designed for that many people. And so, I mean, it was, for lack of a better thing, it was almost as if, there was an evacuation of a major city. That's the closest thing I can personally think of as to what that situation was that it was almost as if, a hurricane or some other natural disaster was coming, and, they were evacuating a, medium-sized city. So you had 200,000 people cramming onto the only interstate highway in that entire area. And every other road was like this one. A 2-lane, one in each direction, state highway or U.S. highway. So every major road, every state highway, every U.S. route, every interstate leaving this place was packed. And traffic for me, I never hit the speed limit until I got off the highway to head towards my hotel. And there was still a decent amount of traffic with me, and there were still times when we slowed down to be below the speed limit. It was ridiculous. And I saved that entire footage, all that footage, and I have complete 100%. I'm gonna make a video of that. It's gonna be a time lapse. I'm not gonna just post a 7-hour video, although it's tempting. But it was horrendous what the traffic was. But would I do it again? It was, again, by far the coolest thing I have ever seen in my freaking life. And like I said, if any of you guys ever get the opportunity to go see an eclipse, do it. For me, I only used 2 vacation days, drove up there, stayed 2 nights, and came back. If I could, or if I had planned it a little bit better and or had more money stocked away, I would have probably made it into a longer trip. Because one, Vermont was also beautiful. The views along I-91 were amazing. And then my GPS when I first left, so that was the other thing. Waze and Google just gave up. They had no idea what to do because there were so many people trying to leave. I mean, it sent me down dirt roads. Like legitimate dirt road. Like in my area, we have a couple of unpaved roads, but they're usually gravel and they're usually pretty decent. These were flat out like dirt logging roads. And it was trying to take us down these roads. And it wasn't just me, it was, all these other thousands of people that it's trying to send us down. And I'm like, there's no way I'm driving, 100 miles on these back roads. So I bailed off and just sat in traffic. But yeah, I was at that traffic jam though, was just like, I just can't fathom it. It's still like just trying to process that alone on top of processing everything else. But yeah, it took me 7 hours to go 160 some miles. I wish I had left a little earlier actually instead of when I did, because at least then I would have gotten back to the hotel area hopefully around 10 instead of midnight. Is being such a small town area, everything was closed by the time I got there, except for the McDonald's, and that was it, which I'm a little sad about because I wanted to hit up like a local restaurant and stuff, but I didn't have the opportunity. But yeah, it was wicked. I've also put over 1,000 miles on this car in 3 days. And I know that for a fact because I took a photo when I was on the turnpike, the New Jersey Turnpike. I rolled over 140,000 miles on the Crown Vic. And I'm now at 141, 106. I think that's what it says. I'm wearing sunglasses. I can't read the odometer. But yeah, that was, the trip and stuff. I just wanted to like share that with you guys, and since now I'm back on local roads, know where the heck I am, that type deal. Don't need GPS. Well, I didn't need GPS since Jersey, but I just like to use it because of traffic, even though I ignore it most of the time, because it tries to take me through these back roads, like dirt roads and stuff again. But granted, this time I came through Pennsylvania and stuff, so I didn't take the New Jersey Turnpike this time. So I came through like the route if I go up to visit my relatives up in Jersey. So I came down. So what I do? So I came down I-91 from Vermont, New Hampshire. Picked up I-84. Took I-84 out to I-87. Took I-87 to I-287. I-287 to 78, or to I-78, to US 222, to US 30, to 83, and then back down here. But so that was like 400 something miles, and this car did it like a champ. She did great. And I guess, and the other thing too about the whole Eclipse trip, I wasn't planning on going to Vermont. I was actually planning on going to Erie, Pennsylvania, because that was only 5 hours from me. But the weather, at first the weather looked like it was going to be great and excellent in Erie, and then all of a sudden, like, everything was supposed to happen, the weather just took a complete dump, and I was like, oh crap. And I was able to find the hotel in southern New Hampshire, and they were still reasonably priced, still had rooms available, and jumped on it. Made the 5-hour drive into 7.5, 8 hour, although I extended it because I made multiple stops and stuff, because I get home when I get home type deal. But yeah, that was everything. I guess I just wanted to share all that, guys, because it's still just trying to process everything that happened over the past like 2 days. It's like, holy crap. So I guess I'll be ending the stream here momentarily. This was only going to be a short one, because I didn't really think about doing this until I was about to get off at Mount Carmel. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me do that. So I'll be. If not, I might just actually. You know what? What time is it? I'm gonna go see my one favorite restaurant still open, because if they are, I'm gonna get dinner from them. So I'll pull up there. If not, then I'll figure out another place to shut this stream off. I think they technically closed at, I can't remember if they closed at 6 or 7. They closed at 7, I'm good. Closed at 6. I can't. Feels good to be back in town. I'm not gonna lie. So on top of all the excitement, it was also incredibly stressful, because checking the weather. I mean, because being so weather dependent of an event and putting that many miles, like, you know, going that far into it, like, yeah, we're doing this. Nice signal. You know. So, that's... Still open? Probably not. They look... It's crazy lady. Oh, the sign says open. So I'm gonna eat lunch there, or get dinner there. I guess I'll end the stream over here in this parking lot real quick and go park out front. I'll park my V8. I'll stop my V8 right here. Last year field parking only. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. You guys need anything, or, well, I'll move over here where there is no little kid. I don't want people thinking I'm a creeper. Me. So, alright guys, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thanks for watching, and yeah, talk to you guys later. See ya.